may Allah give them Jannah, or they would just say, may Allah make things easy, or just like vague type of statement. But they would offer condolences, especially in places like Muslim Spain when they lived there amongst non-Muslims. Yep.
I'd like to pose a follow-up question. In Islam, do you believe that sometimes people of the book, Christians and Jews, if they're good Christians and Jews, they believe in one God, will get to heaven? Is that possible?
The general understanding is that the hadith in Sahih Muslim is that the Messenger of Allah said that, ma min Yahudim wa la Nasraniyin. He says that there is no Jew or Christian who heard of me, of the Messenger of Allah, right? Who heard of the Messenger of Allah, and he said, and rejected me, except he will, that will result in eternal damnation. So that will be rejected. So if they've heard of the Messenger of Allah, like that there was a final Messenger, Muhammad, and I'm not interested, I don't want to know him, don't want to know about him, and in that case, the understanding is no. That to accept Allah the way we understand Allah. You see, we only know about God truly, like our understanding of Allah has come to us through the Messenger of Allah.
The problem with that,
no. From what you're saying, you say it's with whatever madhab you follow.
Sorry?
From what you're saying, with whatever school of thought you follow, to what degree is it important to have access, human access, to someone to verify things in the way that you're...
From a fiqh point of view, you mean?
Yeah.
Like fiqh, yeah.
People often consult the internet, they often consult...
Yeah, it's very important. You know what, people have to keep a link with their ulama. I'm serious, they have to. We've got, in this day and age, we've got a huge problem that people are so distant from the ulama. A lot of the ulama are so distant from the people. It's like we've got circles of ulama, we've got circles of people. It's just, it's not a good state of affairs. It's, people have to keep, and so people have to feel that, and they have to approach ulama when it comes to issues of the deen. And ulama have to allow people, they have to be approachable. So it's a two-way thing. Like ulama obviously can't be people who are judgmental either. Like sometimes you get some people, they're just like what? Huh? You did something haram like that? What on earth? Astaghfirullah. You got to be a human being at the end of the day. And the second thing is that people have to also, people shouldn't feel too opinionated in certain things. Like let's just say, if somebody, I don't know, starts speaking about medicine now, and he said, well, I don't know, I've got these type of tablets and this and that. You won't just start becoming a doctor, self-proclaimed doctor, say, you know what, now I think you should take that 4 times a day. And let me read the ingredients. Oh, right, really, maybe this chemical, if you mix it with that, you've got no idea what you're talking about. Why is it that when it comes to the deen, people feel it's okay to just feel opinionate? I don't think so. I think it should be alright. I think this wouldn't be allowed. I think, what is your thinking based upon, unless you are actually studying and actively studying, and but a lot of people sometimes, I hear things, I go places and people say stuff but in my opinion, it's and I'm just curious, I think sometimes, but let me get this right, you're not bothered to study, you're not bothered to actually learn, you're not bothered to, but when it comes to an opinion, you want your opinion to be equally valuable as somebody who's actually been studying this stuff. It doesn't happen in any field. But why is it in the deen everybody feels that? You see, look, okay, fair enough. Okay, maybe a lot of us have converted, but okay, in a lot of places, you're going to get most Muslims, they were born Muslim, yeah, so they've been Muslim all their life, or at least a huge portion of their life. Now, people say, yeah, but I've been a Muslim all my life. Yeah, of course I know about Islam. Yeah, but you've also been a human being. You've had a body. What do you know about anatomy?
I've been many of your classes.
Okay. Running around.
It's always intriguing about the Maliki Madhab is the concept of urf and custom having an influence over what is permissible and what isn't.
Okay, right.
Could you possibly
see, a few of the schools of thought, not just the Maliki, the Hanafi as well, they have, and the Hanbalis as well actually have urf, which is custom and convention, as part of what the building blocks for the Sharia, for law. Now, custom and convention does not necessarily make things halal and haram. Depends on each little issue. Custom will define how that halal and haram fits in and shapes in your society in some issues. Obviously not on like, categorical issues like do you pray, don't you pray, stuff like this. But let's say, I don't know, like usually things like buying and selling, marriages, divorces, these type of things, custom has a lot to do with it. So in the past, let's say buying and selling, if you said to somebody, right, okay, I'm stocking up, I bought a new shop and, it's a meat shop. So I want you to go and here's £5,000 and buy me £5,000 worth of, meat stock. So they come back with £5,000 worth of fish. So now, fish is still meat. Yeah? But, you wouldn't argue that it's not meat. But, what does your convention and your custom in that area and understand when they use the word meat? Is that person liable to now, is he going to be held to account to reimburse you for the money that you say, well, what on earth is this? I don't ask for fish, I ask for meat. And he says, well, this is meat. You say, no, I meant chicken and, poultry and this and that, well, what's this? And so now, obviously you take that to a judge. Would that person be liable? It would depend on the custom. In some places, maybe where fish is considered just regular, when you use the word meat, you understand fish as well, you wouldn't be. In some places it would. So these type of things, like I'm just giving the understanding of when, like when somebody says, okay, I'm selling you my car. Even though here, okay, generally now you have this in fine print, but in the past you didn't. Somebody says, I'm selling you my car, and you turn up and it's got no wheels on it. Says, I didn't say the wheels were part of the car. I just said I'm selling you the car. And so, so this type of thing, this is where urf will come in. Has he actually transgressed? And, well, according to the urf, if the understanding is when somebody says I'm going to sell a car, it includes the tyres, then yes, he has. Things like I said, like what will constitute, even, I suppose, marriages in some ways, things like, I suppose now you get this thing of people like even sometimes like, I'm just saying that they even get married online and they're doing all these other things. And urf is kind of like playing a little role in things like that. That's a bit, but I'm just saying, usually more on divorce, urf plays a role that in the past, people had particular words. If they used these words, they meant it was tantamount to giving 3 divorces. So they used, like in the Maliki Fiqh, in the Mudawwana, if somebody said to his wife, Anti Khaliya, Anti Bariya, Anti, this meant that's it, it's over for good. In Hanafi Fiqh, if somebody said, get lost, don't want to see you again, that was a one in solid talaq. But obviously today, like in this urf, it isn't. Like people will say things like, get lost, I don't want to, this and that, and they don't mean by a divorce. And so urf will play that role in defining where the Sharia where the laws fit in. But it won't actually, just because, like, if somebody said, in our urf, in our convention, it's okay to rob people. Like, the Sharia wouldn't say, really, okay then, in that case, okay, fine then, just rob people. So, it wouldn't twist it that much, but it would kind of allow it to, it's like a container and the Sharia just fills into that container. Maybe the container is different. I'm just giving a little metaphor in that way, or simile. So, that's,
That also applies on individual questions in regards to one's deen. People from particular place who have been raised with a particular culture.
Yeah, it's